Hello, I am Mike of Enough Dice. This is the Kerbal Space Program. Gotta be checking I've got the right thing set up. Yeah. So I've been looking further into that multi-flyby thing using the Kerbal Space Program trajectory optimization tool, and it looks like there's a whole set of other procedures I need to go through in order to make that work. As in, there are. So I basically, you do the flyby. So I want to go from Kerbal. I want to go Kerbal, Eve, Moho. And there's a burn from Kerbal and there's a burn from Elu. And I don't just take what comes out of the multi-flyby thing. I need to then take each of those burns, put them into a mission planner part of the trajectory optimization tool. And then each of those stages then gets optimized, which I believe then becomes something that I can actually put back into actual maneuver notes. I think I may just not understand how to use the tool at all, but that's going to take a lot of effort, which I'm not sure I'm even going to be able to do. So I need to have some thinking about that. However, I am going to very quickly, I don't know about very quickly, I'm going to hop into the tracking station. I'm going to head to the Mun because where are we? Are we going to be in the? We're going to be in the night time, I think. But we are going to have a look at my mining station and the Moonhopper and the various people there, including Stelelia, I think it is, who has essentially been standing outside for like 5 years now. Because I kind of left her there when I started doing the dual mission stuff, and I haven't moved her since then. I suppose what I should claim. It is in fact nighttime. Good. Oh, we're in fact on Stelelia. Okay, cool. Steliella. Keep calling her Stelelia. Steliella. So she. What I'm going to say is that she has clearly been doing all sorts of interesting, worthwhile things, right? That's what she's been up to in all this time. She just happens to be standing. Oh, she's only been outside for 2 years. That's fine. She just happens to be standing in exactly the same place that we left her 2 years ago. Well, her whole mission's only been 2 years, so. Let's get rid of some things I don't need. Why is that all the way up there? I think I know. I think I added something in there, and it was like, it was changing the settings. I think it was. And if you go, the settings thing is a really huge, big window, so you have to lift it up to go look at it. I discovered you can change the time selection on. Oh, actually, no. I suddenly realised there's another thing. I've changed the time selection from Kerbal time to real time. So when I say 2 years, that might be anything up to 6 years. So I'm honestly not sure what I'm seeing here. Day 4, year 4, day 158. I think that's back to real time. See, theoretically, you click through this, and there are three options: Kerbal time, real time, and UTC. Or UT, sorry. But I've noticed at Kerbal Alarm Clock, two of them are the same. So I've just clicked and nothing happened. And then I click, and so there should be three options, but two of them are the same, which is kind of interesting. So I've changed it to looking to Kerbal time. I tried to see if that would help me get those maneuvers correct so that the trajectory optimization tool and Kerbal Space Program were speaking the same language, but that didn't really seem to help. Anyway, I'm going to leave Stelelia there for a second, and we're going to this craft because this has. Wow, this still doesn't actually have all the science in it yet. Goodness me. it has not yet actually produced 500 science, despite producing six a day, I suppose. What is 6 a day in terms of right, so 500 divided by how much are we producing? 6.0136. 6.0136. That's 83. That's only 83 days, though. I've surely not been 83 days. Well, we're going to transmit that science and get some money. Although I'm wondering if I should really do that, actually, because I've been having some issues recently, which is that it's just what I want to do in terms of Kerbal Space Program. Can I keep on making videos every day? Are there things that I'm interested in doing every day? Because there's a lot of, really, to do much more than I'm doing at the minute, I'm going to need to spend a lot of time designing new craft and testing it and all sorts of stuff that I don't think will make very interesting videos, but would need to be done to make any more interesting videos if I'm not just going to repeat what I've been doing up till now. Like, I can't really do any more. There's lots of science to be grabbed on the Mun, but that's just going to be a repeat of all those episodes that I've already done, of hopping around the Mun, refueling, hopping around, refueling, hopping around. And I just don't think that's going to be terribly interesting. And certainly I'm not inspired to make a video of me doing that again. Getting to those deep, very far away probes, that's just going to require so much in terms of designing entirely new craft that I am no good at designing, testing them, maybe succeeding and failing. That I just don't think I can really maintain that. So I'm beginning to wonder really what I want to be doing. One of the possibilities was get one of the far future mods like Interstellar or something. So I get higher and higher technology, which I can then use to create interesting things. But if I'm going to do that, I really shouldn't be chucking 500 science away, as I'm currently doing. Because in theory, I'll be wanting to build up, start getting that new technology, and start zipping around the solar system. So that's given me like a bit of money, but I just, I don't really need money. I've got 16 million. I'm perfectly fine for money right now. 497 science. I actually missed the money going up because it doesn't become science; it just becomes money. Well, what I am going to do though, because I now have a gap of just under 100 data, so I can't do that one. And this is where I'm going to complain again about having to go through absolutely every single item that I've got here in order to look for. Wow, I'm actually running out of electric charge. I think I've got fuel cells on this thing. If I was a fuel cell, where would I be? I'm beginning to think that fuel cells are a really good idea to put on any craft that's got what are you? Oh, you're a fuel cell. Sweet. Start fuel cell. Oh, that's not really helping. I've still got a huge drain going on here. Did I put more than one on? I think, well, I did, but how many did I put on? Let's move you out of the way. Start fuel cell. If I've put 4 of these on, I might be alright. What are you? And you're a battery. Start fuel cell. Right, I am now generating positive electricity. That's good. How many of those did I put? What are you? You're going. You're going. So I only put 3 on. And now I don't know which way I'm pointing. Did I do 3-fold symmetry? That would be a bit weird. But it looks like what I've done. Because I normally do 4-fold symmetry for these things, but no. If I'd done 4-fold symmetry, that would match up. But I did get enough. So I'm now, even though it's night time, I'm getting a positive amount of electricity through. So that's all right. Obviously, I could just wait until it becomes daytime or something. But I'm actually thinking that fuel cells would be a rather useful thing to put on to almost anything that's got this IRCU arrangement. Especially if you want it to fly. It's okay with this. It's okay if this just gets completely full of fuel. That's just fine. But while I'm doing that, I'll look into this. How much data, how much room have I got? We'll call it 40, so I won't be able to put that on. Keep that. That will probably say no, because yeah. Basically, if I do it, it would be really nice to have a fuel cell on the Munar hopper, because if I ever think, oh, I've got too much ore, right? I've filled up my tanks, but I mined too much ore. I'm therefore heavier than I want to be. What I want to do is I want to burn off electricity, which means I can burn off fuel, which means I can then turn some of my extra ore into fuel. Obviously, what I really, really, really want is the ability to just dump ore. Or you know, oh, I've got too much ore, I'll just dump it. That's a mod I don't have, so I may not have anything that fits into this. So again, I'm going to have to complain about having to go through them all and not being able to just select them and say, can I have a spreadsheet of all my data, all my science results, and sort them by whether or not they've got data, sort them by like select only or show only experiments that have less data than would fit, yeah, in how much space is left. Suddenly realised what's actually kind of interesting is, well, I can chuck that in. We'll chuck that in. 22. What is actually kind of interesting is how long this is taking, because we've been out here a couple of years at least, and I've only used 100 science, which has turned into 500 science, and I've got like 80 odd experiments. I've got 72 experiments. Which is an awful lot. And actually, I'm not quite sure how. There's an enormous amount of potential data, because I've gone through several that were saying there's hundreds and hundreds of data here that it can be turned into. So this is theoretically a science kind of, you know, gold mine. Apart from the fact that can I put another 22? I will not be able to put another 22 in. No, I will. Wait, that makes no sense. I couldn't put a 44 in. How come I can put two 22s in? You make no sense, game. So I'll wait for that one to go through. And that should be us done. At which point, what I would like to do is just say, okay, keep everything else. Admittedly, I've only got 4 left to do, so it's not that bad. So we'll keep that. And that was another 44. I'm sure it wouldn't let me get a 44 in there. But now I'm going to put two 22s in. That's really weird. Graviolis all squish over to the near side of the far side page. I should read all these. Some of these are funny. Right, there you go. So that's all my science done. I'm still busily converting gravity scan from space just above Kerbin's water. Oh, that's actually, well, that's probably only 22 data, because really what I should do is get a science station into orbit of Kerbin and do all the Kerbin science in there. Because I'm getting a bonus for my Mun stuff. Mun stuff on a Mun station that's actually on the Mun gets a bonus. Whereas Kerbin stuff would only get a bonus on a station that's orbiting Kerbin. If I want to get all the, if I would want to get a ton of data out of, say, Duna, I'd want a Duna landed science station and do all my Duna science in that. That is what I would want to do. 34% managed tech. Well, that's, well, we can speed up. I think we can. This might be one of those things that doesn't speed up. Some things, there's just a couple of things that don't seem to warp along, because that's not going 50 times faster. But what I will do is I'm actually going to warp ahead until it starts becoming daylight. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why that suddenly goes up. I think it's something when time warp hits a certain amount, something odd happens, and I mean, maybe it's possibly even a bug. But you tend to lose. It's like the solar panels work even though it's dark, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. It may have been a simple because it seemed to go up faster than simply the existence of the fuel cell, because the fuel cell was obviously contributing, but you know, it was going and then suddenly went whoosh, and I don't think that was actually correct. And I'm pretty sure I've seen it happen with things where only solar panels are available to give electricity, and yet it still works. So there you go. I've got another. Why is that not coming up? Oh, because I'm time warping. Well, I've got all the electricity. That's not speeding up. It's quite interesting that the research is taking real time and not time warp time, which is kind of fascinating. So I've got that. Yeah, it should be nearly full of science when this is done. Yeah, who's in there anyway? Arnica. Actually, if I go to the map view, I can have a quick look. I've got Bob, who's a 3-star type. Arnica's a 2-star. Maybe what I want to do is get Talicia in there. Who was our star Jeb, but who has decided to come back to us, which is kind of cute. Okay, now can I get you? Because this is a hitchhiker container, but the door I don't think is accessible because the way I've placed it. So I don't think she can actually get on board. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go to Stelilia. Actually, we'll go back out here, and what we'll do is we'll alt this. What do I want to do? I want to click on that. I'll click on that. Let's just move. Okay, that's done. Sweet. So we're going to move, very briefly transfer Arnica over to here. Am I not selecting the thing that I think I'm selecting? Come on. He's being annoying now. Why aren't you letting me select this? Oh, come on. Come on, game. Why are you being annoying? She should just be able to walk into this. Why is she not able to walk into this? That's just mad. Maybe I needed to hit the crew hatch actually. I don't think. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That doesn't help anybody. Okay, so click that. Transfer. And she's not transferring. Oh, has she? No. Anyway, well, I'll do something else to get Steliella into the Steliella, sorry, to get Steliella into a nice, comfy place with snacks. Oh, there's games sometimes. I swear. It's just kind of like, why aren't you letting me transfer to the thing that is quite clearly a big blue module which I should be able to transfer to? Why aren't you letting me do that? Anyway, thanks for watching. I may or may not be playing Kerbal Space Program next time we meet. I may play something else. I know I kind of semi-promised to take us to to Sheena's heap in the around the sun, but I'm not. Yeah, I may be playing something else next time we meet. But until next time, thanks for watching. Do hit like and subscribe. If you're enjoying the series, come visit nearenough dice at nearenough dice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, reach for the stars.